Hello, hello. Hi, Joy. How are you? Look at you. You hit the right night. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you joined me. I'm doing a sweet keeper tonight. What have you been up to? Aw, thanks for stopping in, Christina. I'm doing the sweet keeper tonight. If Facebook will let me, I'll download and post it to YouTube. Otherwise, it'll just stay in the group. But I'm super glad you guys jumped on. You guys were fast. You must have been waiting for me. Or playing around on Facebook and just saw me. Oh yes, I am excited about that. I have all mine colored. I need to make cards out of them.
Can you ask how she likes it done?
Which one?
Sticks it doing the new releases.
Oh no, I can't ask her that. No questions about the new release. Although it's going to be cool. Yes, and yeah, you will have to watch the replay because I am going to actually make one physically, the whole thing tonight, because I need one for my son. So I have 6 people on here. Nope, can't ask that. So I have 6 people, only 2 of them are talking to me. Say hi when you pop on. So I don't know how many of you knew that if you saw us at an expo this year, then you will have seen this project at least once if you stopped and made it at the booth. But I wanted to do it tonight because they are now back in stock. So you can now purchase a Sweet Keeper in stock. I am making the Sweet Keeper. I can show you a sample of it before I start. Okay, so I think I have a sample of it here. The one I have is made out with rubber ducky paper, but it works like this. And I'm making it we're going to decorate it up for Christmas. A must-have for your stash, that is for sure. I'm going to make it for Christmas so that I can put gift cards and money in it for my son because he won't be able to come home for Christmas this year. And I found this... Hi, Tammy. And I found this little puppy that I had colored. I actually found 2, but while I was waiting for you guys to jump on, I thought I would cut one out, fussy cut one out, but I still have to fussy cut the other one. But I can do that if I decide to use it in the project, but I think I'm going to because my son loves puppies. So I had, hey Cam, so I had this one colored. This is from CC Designs. It's so super cute, and it had a red scarf on it, so I might use that in the project. But for those of you who have not seen this, this is the Sweet Keeper. That's what we call it. It's a lot of dies, see, front and back. And we're going to make the project out of these dies, and then I will also along the way tell you so many other things you can also make with these dies. So when you purchase the Sweet Keeper, you get all the instructions with details and arrows instructing you on how to complete the project. So this is what it looks like when it's completed, and I explained to you how to put it on the dies and how to assemble it. I could do this in my sleep because I did it at the make and take table this past year, so I did it a ton of times. So for the one die, I used this packet, and we'll go over the details in a minute. These were 12 by 12 sheets that I cut in 12 by 4. So I just did one pattern paper and one solid. And then these are some stickers from the same paper set that I thought might match that I'll use to decorate what I'm going to put in the pockets. So what I want to go over first is that this is your die set. So this one and this one are the outside of the Sweet Keeper. So if I lay it like this, you'll be able to see it. So frustrating to get into. I know, exactly, Joy. That's why the instructions are in there, because it just drove me crazy to buy dies and not know how to do them. So if you lay them like this on your die cutting machine, and then you take all of these inside ones. So this fits inside here. So this is the pattern paper for this one. And this one fits in here. It's the pattern paper for this one. So this is going to decorate the outside and the inside. So you can cut them all at one time. This one is the one that goes inside here. So now I have the outside cover and this. And then there's these two little extra ones, and you can cut them at the same time and put them on pattern paper, or you can save them and stamp and punch out so that you could say Merry Christmas or whatever you wanted. So this one will fit over this, and you'll see it when we put it together, and this one will fit here. We don't need two here because when we put it together, these two will overlap to double support the bottom of the Sweet Keeper. So when you lay your dies out, if you lay them on your magnetic die cutting sheet, you lay the solid paper here. It'll fit perfectly on top of there. And then you take your pattern paper, and you have to make sure that when this one cuts, the image is going in the correct direction. So I usually do this, so I know which way to put the paper. Then you lay this one on top, cut it out on your whatever kind of die cutting machine you have, and when you get done, you have these pieces. So this one and this one, and they're also scored where they need to be scored. So they die cut and score for you. And then this one cuts out, these two, and this one, and this one. And since we laid it on there exactly, I know that these actually fit. So that's the top of that box. Do I have these? I have them going the wrong way. Hold on. Let me swap that. So this one, and then this one goes that way. And so all the paper lines up exactly how it's supposed to be. Hey Mama, hey Cheryl, hey Jamie. So when you die cut the solid and the pattern, everything will be exactly how you need it. So you only have to do it one time. So I'm going to pick up my dies and I'll put them back on I put a magnetic sheet on here so that I can just lay them back on there and they'll stay together. And then I'll just lay all of these aside because we'll deal with how to put those together in a few minutes. See how they fit right inside there? That's how you know which one. Hey, but thanks for jumping in, Jamie, even though you're on your way to bed. Get some rest. I still have a ton of stuff I'm working on for tonight. And then that's the front cover, the entire cover of the Sweet Keeper. Now, to do the inside pieces, we'll just set these to the side. In order to do the inside pieces, I usually use a 6x6 album. And I just choose whichever papers I want out of there. So I chose the 6 that I wanted, one of them being this one. And then this this is going to cut, this is going to be on the bottom of the pocket and the side of the pocket. So when you cut this out, you want to make sure that your pattern goes like this. So you can see this is the bottom. So anytime you have a pattern paper, you always want it to be right side up based on this bottom piece right here, just so that you get it all going the correct direction and they're not upside down. Now, if you use solid, it doesn't matter. So if you're unsure, you can always do that. But like if you wanted to cut this out, put the little snowman, you could just make sure this is on the bottom. Hi, Gail. So that's how you cut this, and you need to cut this 6 times. You can do up to 8, but 6 is kind of perfect if you're really going to fill in the pockets.
You can do 2 at a time.
Huh?
You can do 2 at a time.
And you can cut them 2 at a time. So you really only have to run it through your cutter 3 times. So I cut them, you can see my score lines here, so you'll know which, I'll know which side I chose them. But these are the papers that I chose to cut for this Wheat Keeper. And I placed this one perfectly on there so I'd be able to see the little... Okay, so those are my 6. I cut 2 at a time. I just put the 2 papers together. 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I know, right, Jamie? And then that's all you need with this die. So now you have all the pieces to put together the set. So I just put this one back on there. I keep them like this so that they all stay together. And there's there's 2 other pieces that I have not showed you yet that go with this set. And I'll show you now. I gave you 2 of these little half circles in the die set. And we'll go over these in a little bit, but basically what they're going to do is cut that notch in your pocket. Woo, they're sticking to my finger. You'll cut your notch in your pocket. If you wanted, you can use a 1-inch circle punch. Good night, Jamie. Yay, Mom, good job. You'll put this on there and you'll cut through it to put your notch in there. If you want, you can use a 1-inch circle punch, but I took mine to the shows and they're all at Jamie's house. So I don't have a 1-inch punch here, so we are going to use these dies. Dale's going to help us out. So he's sitting here patiently waiting for me to get to that part. Okay. So before we get started, you're definitely going to need your bone folder or your espresso, whatever you like to use for bone folding. You're going to need that. You're going to need your Bearly Art glue. If you don't have Bearly Art glue, I would use score tape. I would use score tape because the Bearly Art glue holds really well, and I wouldn't use a tape runner or anything like that. I would definitely use red line tape. But the Bearly Art glue works perfectly, so we are going to focus on that. So the first thing we want to do is work with these 6 items right here. Oh, yeah, we were watching Christmas movies too. I had to turn it off though. Okay, so there's a score line. Let me use one where you can really see it. I can see it, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a score line right here. So we're going to fold on the score line. And there's a score line right here. So we're going to fold on that score line. So you just need to fold on each score line. Whichever way you fold these, this is going to be the inside of your pocket, and this is going to be the outside. So if you get to the point where, addicted to Animal Crossing, if you wanted to change it, you could flip these over, and then this will be the inside, and this will be the outside. So you get to choose which way you want if you use double-sided paper. I want to use this one. Okay, so now the next step that you do, like you have to do all 6 of them like this. And the next step you do is fold this in half. Now this does not have a score line down the center for you. And there's a reason why I did not put the score line on there. It's usually fairly easy to fold, but this paper is really stiff, which is a good thing because it's going to be really sturdy for the project. So you just fold it in half, and now we have our little pocket that we'll glue together here in just a minute. The reason I did not put this score line right here is because you can use this die as an index card or a recipe card, and if I put that score line down the middle, it sort of messes that up for you. So I wanted you to have double use out of that die, so I did not put the score line down the center. So what I'm going to do is fold on all these score lines. I'm going to get my pockets ready. I've done this a bunch so I can do it pretty quick. Then fold in half. Just burnish the edges, so that's 2. And we're going to fold this one on the score line. Gonna fold this one. I didn't fold that one very good, but you know, we all can't be perfect all the time, just sometimes. And then fold in half. This project, when we did it at the Make and Take, took everybody 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes at the most, 10 minutes to put this together. But then when you decorate the pockets and you know what you're going to put in the pockets and all that, it takes a bit longer. So we are going to actually decorate the inserts for the pockets as well. So these are fabulous gifts for any occasion. You can do them for birthdays, you can do them for graduation, you can do them for Christmas like I am, or birthdays. You can put gift cards, pictures, tea bags, Ghirardelli chocolates, pretty much anything that's the same size as a gift card you can place in these pockets. I would show you the other samples we have, but again, all of that stuff went home with Jamie after the last show, so I don't have any samples here to show you. Hi, Michelle. You jumped on. You should know how to make this project already, huh? Liquor store gift cards right there, Christina. That my son would probably be happy to have in his, but there will not be any of those. Okay. So once you have these together, we're going to take our Bearly Art glue. Hello, hello. I've been abusing my Bearly Art glue. Whew, using it so much lately. It's like, really? You're getting me out again? Okay, so this is very simple. When you use the Bearly Art glue, if you lay the tip of the Bearly Art glue on the edge, then you don't have to give, I never have that problem, Christina, ever. If you lay it on the paper, that's all the glue you need. You don't need a lot of glue. It's very easy to do. Christina, do you ever, hold on. Once you put the glue on there, just press it with your, burnish it with your espresso or bone folder or whatever, and as soon as it dries, you'll be able to see that you have a full pocket. Take the pin, Christina. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for putting that link to it. It's now available in the shop again. We finally got them in. Take the pin, stick it into the tip, and just go in and out just a few times, and then it should flow just fine. I leave these open all day at the shows, and I don't have any problems with them, but if I ever find that I try to press it and it doesn't come out, if I just run that little tip in there a couple times, it's fine. I never have any problems after that. So you don't need a lot of this. If you're dropping it on there and you use that much glue, it's going to take a really long time for it all to dry and heal, and you really don't need that much glue. but then it clogs again. That is so weird. Take the tip off and clean it in warm water. I'm not sure I can even get the tip off of mine right now. My hands are so weak. Can you open that? Like right there, and take the tip off. I have 2 Barely Art glues on my desk. Here, this one, you don't have to. This one works. So it just comes off like this. I would take this piece off, run it in, let it go in warm water for a little while, and then let it dry out, like lay it like that until it's all dried out, and then put it back on, and it should take care of that for you. Thank you, honey. Did you have a bad one? Yeah, it should not be clumpy. The liquid should not be clumpy. So if you open it up and if the liquid's clumpy, that could be a problem. Ooh. Oh, I was going to say, did I do 6 already? I did not. 4. Got 2 more. I saw people when they were putting these together really focusing on where to get that glue and being very precise, and honestly it doesn't really matter. It's gonna stick. Red line tape will take longer because you got to peel all that sticky tape off and all that kind of stuff, so I think this is either. Mitchell. Type in Mitchell. Okay, so now I have 6 pockets here. See? 6 pockets. Now these pockets, they can be used on the front of a card as a gift card holder. So this is the perfect size for a gift card holder. I happen to have a gift card right here. So you can just slide it in there. But it works better if you do that, if you punch the hole in it. So can you grab the stuff, honey? I'm going to have Dale punch the notches for me. We can do 2 at a time because I gave you 2 of these. Oh, we're not going to be able to, Christina. I wish we were. I really tried to work it out. I'm not even going to get to see my son for Christmas because we aren't able to work it out. So I just lay these 2 notches on my magnetic mat like this. And then I just lay them on there to where they're about the center. I just eyeball it. Then we place this on top. Then we give it to Dale and he runs it through, and hopefully doesn't shift it, and runs it through the die cut machine. And then, awesome. Yes, so I have to mail mine. So I don't want to put cash in the Sweet Keeper if I'm not going to hand it. Yes, for sure. Thanks, Chef Dale. So I'm going to make cards that have messages on them that say, you know, call me when you'd like to redeem this for a certain amount of money. And then I can transfer money into his account, his checking account. So that's how I'm going to do it. Plus, I may throw a gift card or 2 in there, but he doesn't use gift cards that much, so, oh, thanks. I've done broke the heck out of them. I broke that one. I broke that one. I broke that one. I broke this one. Yeah, these are jacked. I need to go get them done again. But anyway, So, and I might put a little bit of chocolates in there or something like that. Anyway, that's my plan. So now I'm going to take the 2 solid pieces of paper and I'm going to fold them on the score lines. So there's a score line here. While Dale's cutting our stuff, I'm going to fold on the score lines. I'm going to fold on this one. I'm going to fold this one. All in towards itself. So all the score lines go in towards themselves so that they look like this when you get done. Look at Dale's doing such a good job cutting them out. See, he just cuts them and all it does is make a little notch in there. So when you put your gift card in there, it slides right in and makes it easy to pull out. So that's the benefit of the notches. Okay, so once you, my desk is dirty. Once you fold them like this is the important part. You're gonna open this up and flip it over. This is the inside of the Sweet Keeper. This is the outside. Hi, Meg. And then the same thing with this one. We're going to open that and we're going to flip it over. Because we want the outside of the Sweet Keeper showing here. Now, before I continue, I want to show you this piece right here can be cut. You put a gift card in it. You pull your gift card out and shake it all about, right? This piece right here can be used alone as a matchbook. So you can use this one die for a matchbook. So you can put a tea bag in there or, you know, a little note or a picture or something like that. So this can be used. You can also use this piece and you can attach one of the gift cards on here, either on the outside or the inside, and then you can give just one gift card. It's not the full Sweet Keeper, but it's another alternative that you can use these dies for. This one right here, before I put it all together, I'm going to show you. This one right here can be used in a scrapbook as a Polaroid photo frame. It helps if I put the paper on there for you to be able to see. So you get all the dies. You could cut this with white paper and you could journal on it and then put a picture right here. You can also use these on cards or, you know, anything you want. I used them to label our flowers. I put our flower in the middle and then labeled what it was called so everybody would know what it looked like when you put it together. But we'll get back to the outsides of that in a minute. I just wanted to show you the different things that you can do with these dies. So I'm going to flip this back over. And then I'm going to put glue on the bottom here. And I'm going to attach. Yes, they are back in stock, Michelle. Accordion pockets and flip books, that's right. And then we're going to attach this on the bottom. This link. So when I designed this, I took this piece and made it one die, and this piece and made it one die, so you could use it for the other uses. It also gives you double reinforcement on the bottom of the Sweet Keeper box. So when we put it together, it's going to look like this. So that's why we overlap them. So I'm going to put my glue down here. Probably want it real close to that line. Now, when you place this on there, you do not want to go past that score line that's there, because if you go past the score line, then the Sweet Keeper won't close correctly. So once you have it attached, it should fold up just like this. You'll be back. Yay! Okay. So now, with this piece right here, it's a little bit easier for you guys to see sideways, but if I were working on it at home by myself, this is where we're going to attach all of the pattern papers. Now, I specifically chose a pattern Because if you use this one, it doesn't matter how you put them on there. But if you use a design, you have to put it on there the correct way. So this one always has to be right side up with the curve on the bottom. And I showed you before I cut it, I showed you how to place it with the die so that you would make sure it was right side up. This one will go here. There's a small border all the way around it, so keep that in mind when you place it on here. The largest one will go in the center, and the medium one will go in the back. Now, for the pattern, this one and this one have to go in the same direction. So these presents are sitting right side up that way. These presents have to be backwards. Otherwise, when we flip this all around, now it's right side up, right side up. But if I lay them all on there going the same direction, when I flip this around, oops, these two are right side up, this one's upside down. So you have to remember that the top and the bottom have to be going in the same direction. And this one, you can't put it any other way, so follow this one. And then this one has to be backwards. These ones in between, they don't really matter all that much. It's the bottom of the box and the top of the box. You can use it to, say, label it for a word or name, or you can leave it like this, or you can leave it blank. I like to use the opposite side of the paper, so it breaks up the paper a little bit, but you can do it however you want. So I'm going to glue these down. Just put a little bit of glue all the way around the outside. And then I just run it through the middle. Not that you have to, but I sometimes use more glue than I need. Then we're going to place this on there. Going to press it down. Then I'm going to glue this one on there. Now, if I wanted to stamp this with a word or a sentiment, I would not glue it down just yet, but I'm just going to roll with this for now. Place it in there. Make sure it's lined up the way you want it. The Bearly Art glue will let you move it for a second, and then it's stuck. So you want to be really careful. These are back in stock. I know I've said that about 3 or 4 times, but we've had a lot of people sending us messages because we sold out at the last show. But they are back in stock now. Place this one on there. Then this one. And this is just assembly. After this, we get to do the decorating fun stuff. More fun stuff. The assembly of this is so easy. I mean, I gave you the dies, I gave you the instructions. It's super easy. And then if you can come up with other ways to use those dies, well, woohoo! You should do it. All these dies are squares, so you can use them as squares on projects. It's just epic how many different things you can use these for. Okay, so once I have it all on there, I flip it over, and I'm just going to run my espresso over it. And now I have the outside of my Sweet Keeper ready. So look, it's going to look like this. Look, it lined up so perfectly with that present below. The back is right side up. The top and bottom will have a little bit different design on it. But I really like it. It's very Christmassy. I chose black because I thought it was really neutral for a dude. Okay, so Dale cut out all our little notches, and look at how great he did it. They're all lined up almost perfectly. it doesn't really matter if they line up perfectly because you won't really be able to see them once you start sticking in the gift cards and stuff like that. So you can't really tell. But for this, you can choose how you want to organize them. So that's just a complete and personal preference. I have 2 red ones. So I'm going to start with these. And then I'm going to put ho, ho, ho. And then I'm going to put this black one. And then I'm going to repeat red. No, I want the ho, ho, ho next. Then red. Then black and white. So what you're really looking at is what does it look like this? Because really that's what you're going to see. So just put it in whatever organization you want. Then once you do that, you're going to lay the first one down. And you're going to put 1 line of glue between here and here. You're going to stop just shy of this half circle because if you go all the way to the edge and you squish it down with your espresso, then you'll squish it right into where the pocket opens and it will sometimes seal your pocket. So you just want to be really careful that you don't go too far with the glue. Okay, same thing here. To here, it's just 1 line. That's all you need. Hi, Jim and Diana. And then you just line them up. Press it. Next one. 1 line of glue. That's all you need. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how good this glue is. So if you're using red line tape, then you just need 1 strip right down the middle. This is what allows the whole thing to expand out. If you glue it all the way around, that's just stuck. There's no expanding for you. And your line doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just so long as it's down the middle and, you know. We're going to give it time to dry before we pull it out. You're back, you're back. You just went and got yours? Yay! And then the last one. And like I said, I only put 6 in mine because I'm going to put like a lot of information in the little pockets for my son. But you can do as many as 8. So once you have them all glued together, they'll look something like this. I'm not going to pull it open yet. I need it to dry first. But you'll want to make sure that you can see in all the pockets while you let it dry. So this can be used, like you can glue this down in a book or an album if you wanted and put pictures in it and pull it out so you can get a lot more in there. Yay! Yeah, this is super, super fun. So you can use this for lots of different projects and different stuff. Just wherever you want it. I know Jamie's used it in the back of an album before, but anyhow, so we're going to let this dry for a second. And what I did was I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of red cardstock and I cut 6 inserts. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. I cut 6 inserts at 2.5 by 3.5, so they would fit perfectly in each pocket. I did all mine red, but you don't necessarily have to. What did you do with those little tabs that you cut off? Did you throw them in my trash can?
The circular tabs?
Mm-hmm. These little tabs.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I knew you did. The trash.
I have to dig in the trash. Okay, so I don't know how much I will use these, but I know a lot of people like them. So these are the tabs that we cut out of here. So if you keep them, you can use them, like these two are the same. So I could use them, I could glue them at the top, I'll show you. You could glue them here. Put them together. Like this. And then you can take them, open it up, and you can glue them to your card. And they'll make tabs for you to pull out if you're going to put a picture on there, and it matches your pattern paper, so I could stick it in the same one that has the same pattern paper. Hi Rinska, I was hoping you was gonna jump on. We're making the Sweet Keeper tonight and it's back in stock. I know you were asking. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of glue here so I can add this as a tab. So I just kind of left that open a little bit with the glue in there. Put it in the center. Well, that's not really centered, but it's close enough. And then you just press it down, and now you have a tab. Hi, Wendy. And now you have a tab for your card. So these are also the dies that you use, the dies that come with it. So if you save your scraps when you cut these out with the dies, you can use these as tabs. You can also use them tabs in your planner and your notebook if you want. That's just another use for them. Okay, so again, these are, yes, thank you, Joy. I really appreciate that. These are 3.5 by 2.5. It's the same size as, maybe slightly bigger than a gift card. 3.5 by 2.5 will fit inside here. So this will also hold ATCs. So you could put all your ATCs, if you join our ATC group, you could put your ATCs in there and then label each pouch whatever ATCs you got that time, and then you could file them away like that. You know, just another idea. Now that we've had time to allow this to dry, I wanted this to really dry before we, so see how far this expands? You can put a lot of stuff in there and see how pretty that is. So what we're going to do next is choose which side you want to be on top. You're not going to see a whole lot of it. You're only going to see just the top part. So you just choose which one you want to be the top part. I was going to do this one, but now that I'm looking at what you can see, I think it looks better with this one. So you put glue all over the back side, the side that you want to glue down. This goes all over because we're going to glue this right to the back of the box. And then you hold this up so you don't go past that score line. Place this in there, flush with the bottom. There should be a little bit of space on this side and a little bit of space on this side, that, if you can see that. There's a little lip here and a little lip here. So when you place it in there, make sure you place it in there in the center. I always hold this up. There's no real reason for that, except that if I go over this score line when I place it in there. Oh, yes, I do. But yeah, it's fine. I'm just happy you like it. If you lift this up like that, then you can definitely get it flush with the bottom and you don't get it crooked in there, and plus you don't go over the line, because if you go over the line it won't close. So the easiest way is to hold this up, place it in there, press it down. Once it's dried, you have it in there. Some people like to leave it like that. I don't. I like it to be attached, but we're not going to glue the whole thing like we did before. All you need is one line of glue here and one line of glue here. So take the center area and put one at the top, one at the bottom. So that's all the glue that you need to hold this together. What you're going to do is you're going to stand it up. I always stand it up so I can keep the bottom of the box flat on the table. Bring the front up to it, and when you have it lined up with the box, you're going to squeeze and hold. So we're just squeezing where we put that glue at. And notice the bottom of the box is still completely flat. That's really important when you're making this. So that's why I stand it up when I put it together, because if you don't, a lot of people don't put the front on right if they don't do that. Yes, it does. It still helps the shop. Okay, so I'm just giving this a little bit of extra time because there's going to be a lot of pull on this when you start putting it together. So I want to make sure that gets adhered really well right there. Now, for those of you who already have these in your stash, wonderful. For those who don't, we carry them in the shop, and we call them fantastic fasteners. So it's basically those fasteners that you put together like this. There's one scratchy side, one soft side. You only need one of them, one set. So we sell them in the shop like this, so it'll make it easier for you when you're putting your box together. But the soft side, that's this side that's really soft. There's a scratchy side. You hear that? Scratchy. And there's a soft side. So you'll take the back off the soft side and place it inside your lid approximately here. Okay? Leave them stuck together because this will make it so much easier. Then you'll peel this off. See, they're already stuck together. So this will allow them to be lined up. You stand it up. So now you can keep this part flat on the table when you bring this back to it. Once you have it lined up where you want, then you'll squeeze right where that Velcro dot is. Notice that my tops and bottoms are both flat. That's what I want. You squeeze that, and then once you have it, you can just open it up. Like, it immediately holds, and it's great. Just make sure the scratchy part ends up down here, because it's better if the scratchy part is the part where all the pull is going to come from. So this is the base. This is the part you're going to be ripping off. So the pull is really going to be on this part. So you want to put the soft part on the top. And then you open it up, and it's like this. You got 6 pockets to make fancy stuff and do cool stuff. As this glue dries and heals, this is going to open up more. When you first make it, you'll have this L in here, this little open gap. It's supposed to be that way because as you fill the pockets, it will expand out. Like, let me show you this one. See how this one started to expand out? Once you fill the pockets, it'll expand. So you need that little gap in there. This was just a sample one that we made just to show everybody what we were making at the booth. I didn't even cut the tabs for this one. This was just a makeshift, really quick, whatever. You can't find them? So in the search, put keeper. Don't put sweet, because everything at Sweet Sentiment starts with sweet.
Maybe she
Just
fasteners.
Just put keeper. And then the fasteners are fantastic fasteners. So you can either put fantastic or fastener in the search and it'll pull up. Okay. So now we have this all done. This was the main part of it. And now we're going to decorate these cute little insert pockets here. These insert tabs for our pockets that I was going to decorate for my son. Now, if you want to get really fancy, and I kind of do, just a little bit fancy. So I'm going to grab some white cardstock that I have handy here. This is just plain white. It's not Sweet Sentiment paper. But I want to do a couple of them with a white I want some of them to be matted and some of them not to be matted. So I already cut the red at 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to cut myself a couple of these at 2.25 by 3.25. So 3.25 by 2.25. There's one. That'll leave me some excess papers, but that's okay. Because the main size, I'm feeling crazy. Nope, this is right. I wanted to be able to get 2 out of this mat, and I cut the wrong way the first time, so I only got 1, but this one will give me 2, and that's what I wanted. And then 3.25 and 3.25. Does the die cut set come with directions? It does, and they look like, I showed them at the beginning, so they look like this. I tell you how to cut the dies apart, and then how the different dies are made, how to make all the different pieces, and then how to make the outside, how to lay the dies, how to assemble it. It's got all the details in there. It's not two-sided. So pictures and everything. That's a good question, Rinska. Just, if you use a computer, you can use a credit card with PayPal. If you use your phone, you can't use a credit card at checkout. We are working on changing that, and it should change in the next couple of weeks. We're actually working on that. But Rinska, if you can't get it to work on your computer, then send me a DM and we can do it. We can do it over the phone. For those white thingy to close the box. Oh, fantastic fasteners. We should have some in the shop. So just look up fastener. And if they're not in the shop, then I'll have to ask Jamie when they're going to be. But they should be soon. Yes, you can watch the video again and again and again. Thank you, Rinska. Yeah, we can definitely take care of that for you. But we know that the credit card thing's been an issue for a few people. So we are working on changing our website, actually. So stay tuned. New things coming. Okay, so I cut the red ones 2.5 by 3.5. They may have sold out already, Joy. I'll get with Jamie because I know we talked about it, and I'm pretty sure she has some in stock. They just might not be in the system yet. But I will talk to her in the morning and see if we can't get them in there in the shop. So this was 2.5 by 3.5, and this is 2.25 by 3.25. So I just cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller. Just wanted to change it up a bit so they're not all just plain red cards. When we do our ATCs, this is the size that we require is 2.5 by 3.5. So this is ATC size cards. And I want to do 3 of them. Since I have 6 pockets, I have 1 with the tab. I want to have 2 more with the white matting, and then 2 without. So give myself a little bit of a variety there. So I'm just going to adhere this. Woo! Slippery little guy there. This is so much fun to do. You can do so many things with it. And once you've made a couple of them, you get pretty quick at it. And what I love is that the instructions are with it, so you can always go back if you can't remember later. Like if you don't make it for a while and then you can't remember, you can always go back. I'll have to look, Michelle. I'm still missing quite a few. The transit's been taking a lot longer on the ATCs this time. I think I still have about 6 of them in transit. And what I mean by that is people have given me tracking numbers, and I am actually tracking missing packages. they're still trickling in every day or so, but they are a little delayed this time because of the Christmas mailing. But I can look in a minute, Michelle. I'm not sure if yours are here or not. I think they are. I think I did get yours. Hold tight 1 second. Ooh, I got a bucket right here. Oops, I dropped the Sweet Keeper. Got a bucket right here with everybody's in there. So it'll only take me a second to look. I do not have yours. I have not gotten yours yet. Yours is still in transit, I think. Unless this one is yours. Let me look. I don't usually open... Oh, yep, I did get yours, Michelle. I don't usually open them until it's time to distribute the ATCs. And the reason I don't is because I want to be as surprised as you guys are. So I don't open them all along. I wait until it's time to... I just pay attention to the name on the package when they come in, and that's how I know I have everyone's. So these are the ones that I have ready to go. I told you guys earlier that I had cut this little doggy that I wanted to put on there. I have one more of those that I had colored that I also want to include. Just because my son loves puppies. So I want to include this one as well. Yes, I'm just going to fussy cut it. I do have the dies for this, but right now I just think it'd be faster for me to fussy cut, even though I know you guys don't really like to watch people fussy cut. I'm pretty quick, so I feel pretty confident this one won't take that long. It doesn't have a lot of little spaces to cut out. But I don't hear from my son a whole lot, but when I do lately, it's been Snapchat pictures of him and his puppy. So I'm thankful for the puppy pictures. So I'm going to repay that with cute little puppy images I colored. I could show you guys what I've been working on for 2 days now. After we do this project, I'll show you. It's a Christmas present for someone though, so mum's the word. Okay, so now I have another puppy. Aw, thanks, Cheryl. I did design this one. There'll be 2 new dies for next year. They're not actually completely done yet. I'm still working on them. But, yeah. I'm working on artwork and lots of stuff in our off season so we can be ready. But with that being said, I need you guys to know, not for you, Michelle. You might not even want it once you see it. But it was a request from a certain someone who asked me to do it. Okay, so now I have 2 puppies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I didn't know what I was going to do with those puppies, but hey. Now, so that paper, pattern paper that we used for this Sweet Keeper was from Echo Park. Echo Park. And it was a kit, so the kit came with a set of stickers that matched the colors and everything, so I thought we'd use these stickers to design these pages. And they shouldn't take very long. I'm pretty quick at this, so I have one with the tab. I'm going to put the puppies on the 2 red papers. Then the 3 white papers will decorate with these. I don't want to say all I want for Christmas is you, although all I want for Christmas is for him to come and visit me. But I think we'll put this little deer on here because he's super cute. And he matches the white paper a little better, so White on white looks better than the red with the white around it. So that's why I chose to do on the white papers. And then this one, I think this little snowman is super cute. He's gonna go on this one. And they're stickers, so look how fast and easy this is for me to decorate and get it ready. I think Santa's too big for my little paper. Oh no, he would fit on there perfect. I'm not sure I want to do the Santa. I know I like these two. And I probably want to put like some sentiments. So one says Christmas wishes. There's the one that says, your holidays be merry and bright. How cute is that? I wonder if that one will fit on this one. Perfect. May your holidays be merry and bright. I'll put this one right here. I think I got it on there crooked. Well, it might be stuck. Nope, it came off. So I'm going to line it up with the top of the paper, slide it on there. So now we have one little card to put in there. Will they fit if you pop some up? They sure will. They sure will. Yes. Because we used the, Jamie, when she made one for me, she used the Doodlebug popped up embellishments in it, and it was great. There's no problem at all. And then this one, I'm going to put Christmas wishes on. And then I'll just put the note. I think I'm going to have them, the notes on the back from Mom and Dad. The notes will be on the back. But yeah, we're going to put like some little dots and bling and stuff on those too. Oh, this is good. Let's do this. Bet we can fit this tree on here. Oh, I wonder if it'll fit with this dog. No, because then you can't read it. Let's put this Christmas tree fits perfectly. Look at that. You just want to make sure these parts that are hanging off get pressed down, because otherwise they kind of hang up and on the edge and catch on to stuff. So there's we wish you a Merry Christmas. May your holidays be merry and bright, and Christmas wishes. A stack of presents. That would have been a good idea too. There's 3 presents on here, but I could have done ornaments or Jingle All the Way. So much stuff you can do. I love it. I think there was one that said, so you can also put, like, if I wanted, I could put this label right here on the front or something on the back. I mean, you can do whatever you want. There's so many options. I could put the ribbon across here. Pretty much anything. We also have this one to decorate, and then we want to put these little doggies on here. I definitely want these dogs on here. I could pop up the dogs. That would be fun. Let's do it. Yep, you can decorate the backs, the fronts, everything. But I'm going to put notes on the back with the what money or gift card type stuff's going to be included. So I don't really want to cover the back just yet. But you can definitely do that if you make one. These are so awesome. And you can even put pictures, like photos, memories and stuff. Oh, maybe I'll save this one for pictures, because that would be so cute. Could send him a silly picture of Mom and Dad. This little guy is going to go right on there. And this little guy is going to go in this corner. But this is so much fun because you can do whatever you want. Your own decorations, designs. And it's a special gift that is personalized for the person you want to give it to. I love that. And if you have a best friend, man, it's just so awesome. Oh, you can hear Jack. Haha, can't ya? You could even make these like open up if you wanted. You know, you could have made it like a little folder to put in there if you wanted to add more pictures. I mean, so many different opportunities you can do with these. How cute are these? Oh my gosh. You know, now that you said present, I think I'm going to actually put a present on here with this little guy. Because that present was a really good idea. And there are presents on the outside of the package, so look how cute that is. He's got a little present behind him. And this guy's going to be playing with ornaments, I think. Let's put an ornament on his. How cute is that? They're super duper cute. Okay, we definitely need some bling. So I have, because you can definitely put bling on these. So I have some teeny tiny bling. I have some red and green bling. We have some of these in the shop still as well. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch. So feel free to browse the shop and see what different kind you can find. But I think I'm going to use this tiny one. This is called the Rainbow Pearls. It's just little bitty ones, which I really like, but I want to use, I think I want to use green. Yeah, I want to use the green, and I want to put it right here in the middle of my red bow. Just going to press that down. And then over here, I think I'm going to place one in the middle of the flower. Probably white. I'll probably write him little notes, love, you know, hey, love you, hon, kind of things in there. And then for this one, I want to put a star on the top. I actually have some of those in my honey bowl. So these are our honey bowls we have in the shop that I keep some of my little bling in there. These are from Pear Blossom Press. And I want to put a little star on the top of this one, and I knew I had stars in my honey bowl. I love my honey bowl. It is so helpful to have. Because then they're right there on my desk. I don't have to dig for them. I'm trying to do this left-handed, so don't laugh at my shaky arm. And then I'm going to place my little star up here. I'm going to hold it down for a second to make sure it sticks. But I think I'm also going to put some little ornaments around on this tree, because why not, right? I mean, we have red. Red would be super cute. And white. So I'm going to put a few red bulbs in my tree. I mean, look at how cute. You can make this your own just by using some stickers. How cute is that? So yes, for sure, these are easy to make, fun, simple, and so cute. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 little embellishments. Now look at how much better that tree looks with a little bit of ornaments on it. How cute is that? You can just decorate it up. And this is the one that has, I just added one little one up there to make that super cute. And then this one, I added one in the middle of the flower to make that super cute. And he gets hand-colored puppies. This one is plain. I think I'm going to put a picture of us in there. This one is the tree. And then we have the snowman and reindeer. And there's a snowflake, but I think it's too big. Let me see how big these little snowflakes are. I had these on my desk as well from the project I did the other night. So I bet I could use one of these and it would be super cute. Maybe silver, I think. I could just put it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I take that back. I think I have some fuzzies over here in my little honey bowl, in my other honey bowl. I have more than one honey bowl on my desk. Hang tight, 1 second. A red one on the reindeer nose. Oh my gosh, that's a fabulous idea. I'm for sure going to do that. But I also have, I have these little cotton balls that I hold on to all the time, and they are in my little box here. Look. And I'm going to put that on the ball of the snowman's hat. So I just grab one of these little fuzzy balls. And then I'm going to put that on his little hat right here. And then the reindeer, we're going to do his nose red. That is perfect. I'm so glad you noticed that because that is so great. That is so cute. Good idea. Good job. Good job. That's why I need you guys here to help me out. Okay, we got to stick this one down. Oh, why do I keep trying to do that left-handed? So now I'm just going to hold that for a second. Make that stick on there. So darn cute. So darn cute. I also have these poinsettias. I think I might use these little berries over here on this. I think that'll make that look really cute with the reindeer. Holly, little holly, that's perfect. I think I'm going to use a glue dot for the holly because it's so thick. I think it needs a glue dot. I'm pretty sure they're in my little rolly thingy here. My glue dots. Oh, there they are. I used to have them in my little rolly thing on my desk, and then I never used them, so I put them away, and now at that one point when I really need it. So I'm just going to stick one on this little leaf. And then one on this leaf. And then it should sit right here. Perfect. So now we have this little guy with his little red nose. We have this guy with his little fuzzy ball. And then we have a tree. And then we have those. And I'll show you, we'll put them in our box so you can see what they look like. So the first one I want him to see is the picture, so I'm going to put that one in the little tabby in there. That'll be the first one. And then we wish you a Merry Christmas goes in that pocket. Then we got to put this little doggy in here. Did I cut him too long? Oh, no, there he goes. He just wanted to be a little slippery there. I'll stick this one in there. He fits in there perfectly. Then we'll put another doggy in there. And then we'll put our snowman in the back. And then we have all of our little presents in there. And then when you close it up, it's not even too fat right now. You could even stick more stuff in the pockets. Gift cards and my notes that I want to put in there that say, you know, contact me for this deposit or whatever. Let me make sure I get this closed all the way. So it's flat on the top, flat on the bottom. Super cute. You can put a little bow around it, which I might do when I finish with it. I mean, you could put one right here and you wouldn't even notice, but I'll probably put one all the way around so it will have a little bow on it with a little tag that says, to my son for Christmas. Anyhow, so that is the Sweet Keeper. Does anybody have any questions about the Sweet Keeper? It's such an easy project, and you can do so many other things with it. I mean, remember, you can make the pockets and use them just inside a card or on the outside of a card and just slide the card in it. It's, I mean, if you have the Sweet Keeper, you might as well use the gift card holder, you know, and if you want to give 2 or 3, then cut 2 or 3 pockets and stick them together. You can also make the matchbook or the Polaroid photo frame. So many possibilities. I'm really glad you guys joined me for this tonight. I am going to try to upload this to YouTube, but Facebook's been giving me a hard time lately and not giving me the option to save my video after I record it. So hopefully they will. If not, I'll have to go out there and do one on YouTube as well. But I sure hope you guys enjoyed that. It was super fun for me. And tomorrow, I will be back again tomorrow night with some other thing to do. If anybody has any requests, like if there's a specific something you'd like to see colored or done, then you could let me know. But, okay, you guys want to see what I've been working on? Here it is. Are you ready? Mom, you can't tell anyone because you'll know who this is for the minute I show it. But here's what I've been working on. And this has been a very challenging project. Are you ready? Yes, that is Copic colored, no lines. It's been quite a challenge. So, yeah. And I've already been working on it for 2 days. Yeah, it's quite a challenge. So, I guess this was like a print or something that you could have bought, but they're no longer available. And my person who I'm doing this for couldn't get it anymore and really, really wanted it, like really, really bad, and said, can you do it? So this is not my drawn artwork. It's someone else's, but the coloring is Copic colored by me. So lots of texture, lots of, yeah. I'm hoping he's really going to like it. I'm hoping he doesn't see it ahead of time. But I'm so super proud with how it's coming out so far. I mean, I could jack it up at the end. You never know. But I have several of them printed. So if I mess it up, it is a Christmas present. I don't have to give it yet. So if I mess it up, then yeah, I can start over. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll do tomorrow and Thursday. And then Dale and I are going to go off on a vacation next week. So I won't be here next week, but I will be here tomorrow night and Thursday night. So join me for something else, and I'll come up with some other super cute, fun, and totally fun thing that you guys will like for us to do tomorrow, or we'll color, or we'll, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining. Hey, Robin. Thank you for joining, and I hope you like the Sweet Keeper. It's back in stock at the shop. I know there's a lot of people who have been asking. So, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. If you have any requests, leave them on here. Good night.